So, hi mga boss. Ito na naman po si PJ TV o Boss PJ. So, ito ay patungkol sa mga Villar na papaimbestigahan ng Ombudsman na si Remulla. So, pakikinggan natin ang kanyang mga sasabihin at huwag niyong kalimutan mag-like, share at subscribe. Bago ang lahat, intro muna tayo. Yan! Tara! Reaction na po natin itong mga bossing.
I think I had the discussion earlier with former Secretary Singson and Justice Reyes, and it's some of it can be attributed to gross inexcusable negligence, if I'm not mistaken. Being the Secretary of Public Works, it was his job to make sure
Si Mark Villar po ang tinutukoy niya dito.
that things happen properly.
Sa panahon niya rin to eh.
I think that's one of the recommendations is really to charge them with gross inexcusable negligence.
Kaya nga, panahon
The
niya
same
eh.
case that will be filing against probably under study now the Speaker of the House, former Speaker of the House, Martin Romualdez.
Elaborate yung kay Speaker Martin Romualdez. Ano na po yung proseso natin? Ano na po yung hawak natin kung meron pa na yun?
Hindi kasi when we look at the Saldico cases, the whole pattern that happened, it was really Saldico working with some senators that came up with a final version of the budget. And the plan was laid out there. If fingers do not point to the speaker, former speaker, as the leader of the House, he was responsible for the appointment of Saldico. Although Saldico was elected on the floor, everybody knows that it was the speaker's choice. That's why we have to hold him accountable for that. It's a novel theory. I know we're crossing the boundary of normal legal theory, but we have to stretch it a bit. Kasi nga, damage
Tama nga naman talaga. Hindi pwedeng hindi alam ni Romualdez ang nangyayari sa kanyang house. So, clear lang naman eh. Paliwanag, bakit di mo nakita na may mga ganitong anomalyang ginagawa sa Saldico?
the whole government machinery and the Filipino people suffered damages
Correct.
due to the acts of Saldico.
Yes.
And if there's nothing criminal about it, then it's negligence at least.
Correct. Negligence.
We have to go there. We have to go that.
Posible.
We have to tread that path already. That nothing is excusable here.
Correct.
At the least, negligence should be charged against those who were responsible for their offices. Ano yan eh? Leadership principle yan eh. The buck stops with you.
So meron ba tayo mga ipapatawag na mga tao na-involved sa investigation naman po? Yun nga po, Speaker Romualdez, Speaker Saldico, yung mga staff niya, paano po ba natin nagsimula?
Well, we're trying to locate Gutesa if he's going to go back to testify, but we don't know yet. We're looking at all the narrations as a whole, all the narrations from the beginning of the Senate trials that led to these revelations. All of them will be used in putting up the theory of gross excusable negligence. Kasi nga, you're the leader of one house, and the other house is led by Senator Chisa Escudero as Senate President, and they were able to come up with that budget, which included insertions, which included diversions of money from what was supposed to be to what became. So that is, if it's not criminal, then it must be negligence. It must be one of them. It cannot be completely. Nobody can be completely blameless for that.
Correct.
Ongoing, we have statements leading of a money trail leading to him.
Si Chase. Mayroon palang money trail.
Narrations of fact that are there already. But of course, we want to buttress it with other evidence, which we're looking to right now. Ano nga eh? Pag wala ka makitang AMLA trail, then you have to follow a cash trail. And we will find it.
As a bill of the House is intended for 4 firms, pero as it turns out, wala daw yung firms na connected let's face it, no, there has been a lot of connivance. Congress, DPWH, even the agencies that were supposed to
Ay, sure naman talaga. Maraming nag-ano dyan, nag-usap-usap. Planado ang lahat. Diyos ko, ilang milyon yun? Bilyon! Imposibleng isang tao lang. Marami yan. Marami silang nagplano dyan. Basic yan. Diyos ko.
monitor the fund movements. No? So definitely there was total connivance, and the fact is that congressmen and senators are told by DPWH kung saan distrito sila pwedeng magbaba with
Tira mo?
SOP. Napakaliwanag nun. There are favorite district offices where they give very high SOPs, no? And maliwanag na yon sa findings ng ICI. So it's a matter of identifying people who were involved in the connivance that really brought this whole government machinery system total breakdown. The process to us, especially coming from DPWH, is already very clear.
Sure.
Without the role of DPWH officials,
Yan, nag-ads! Let's go.
hindi mangyayari ito.
Sir, aabot yun hanggang sa mga
Umabot na nga eh.
Mabot na.
Lahat. Wherever it leads. Because it did not start the last 2 years. It started way back. Started in tiny bits in 2018. Started to grow. When they perfected the system, it started
Oh, di ba 2018? Panahon niya ni Digong
in tremendous leaps and bounds.
Ano nga, yung sa Villar, we may
Yan,
be
mga
putting
Villar!
up a task
Nako.
force for the river drive and for the flood control of Las Piñas. Bacoor, Las Piñas area. Kasi andun yung mga lupa na nag-benefit din eh. They're the landowners also that benefited from that.
Yan kasi style nila bibili ng lupa, tapos sa gobyerno, doon nila ilalapag, doon sila kikita. So, times ilan? Times 5. Halimbawa, sample lang, nabili nila mga 5 million. Halimbawa lang pag gobyerno na, siguro mga 20 million, 25. Pera na naman!
So we have to look at that also. We're forming a new task force for that. Just for Villar itself. Yung Zapote River Drive together
Dapat maganda quality nun hindi substandard. Lagot kayo dyan.
with the Bacoor properties that the boundaries on the rivers, no, dinaanan ng river. There were improvements made in that area. That's one thing that has to be looked at. Ano yun pag tikaroon ka, pag dumaan ka ron, alam mo kanilang lupa yun. Nakita mo yung river wall. Tarong mo, sino ba gumastos? Gobyerno o sila?
Gobyerno.
Ganun kasimple yun. It's as simple as that. So we will determine that later on. Sa costing ng project na nangyari doon.
Yan ang mangyayari dyan. Magkano yung patong.
Pwede umabot ng ganun. Baka hindi lang In fact, the one question to me earlier this morning, I was with members of the diplomatic corps. Yung isang ambassador, the ambassador of Denmark asked me a question. Do you have the absorptive capacity to file all of these cases? How many people do you have at the Ombudsman and how many cases are there? Sabi ko, wow, that's a good question. Kasi nga, we have 1,400 people here in this office. Kasama na ang Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao offices. And if you look at that, ilan lang lawyers natin dito? 400? Roughly 400 lawyers. But if you look at the number of cases and the number of projects, you're looking at more than 1,000 projects.
Thousands.
Na may problema.
Plus.
That's around 3 cases per lawyer. Only. Pero if you look at it, the volume involved and the court time involved, that's a lot of cases.
Grabe.
Pero I think we will manage. And if you look at the staffing pattern of the office of the Ombudsman, we can accommodate more lawyers here. And a lot of people are applying right now we're evaluating them already. Kaya yung tanong na will we be able to deal with this deluge of cases? I think we will. And ang kailangan lang dito, kaya nga kailangan ng dialogue with the Supreme Court and the Sandigan Bayan, is that they should be prepared to adjust their time schedules. Na we might be start trying cases morning and afternoon pagdating ng panahon. So much different from what life is right now. No, halos walang kaso, konting-kaunti ang kaso sa Sandigan Bayan. We expect a deluge of cases. Well into 2026, marami pa ipa-file dyan. Kasi ang dami naman nagre-report pa. I received text messages, pinapa-investigate ko. And some of them turn out to be positive, like Binyan, Laguna. May nag-text lang sa akin. So, pinadetermine ko sa fact-find. Yeah. Sa mga tao namin, meron. As they come eh. Pero siyempre, yung matataas sa opisyal, these were the high-profile cases. They will receive more attention. You will notice it more than the other cases, but actually they're all of the same significance. But the higher your position, the bigger your responsibility. Kaya, tiis na lang. Pag ikaw yung mataas sa gobyerno, ikaw ang nakasuhan, tiis ka. Kasi, hiningi mo yung trabaho, ngayon, managot ka sa trabaho. Panagutan mo yun. Kasi ano yan eh, it's a complete analysis that you need sa pagdating doon. Kasi yung River Drive alone is a multi-billion peso project or projects na nangyari. That's the River Drive spanning from Bacoor to Muntinlupa yan eh. Pasig to Las Piñas. Mahaba yan. It's around 11 kilometers yung road. And then, yung perimeter niyan, yung PPDR property sa marami. North and south of it. North and south boundaries from Muntinlupa to Bacoor. Mayroon talaga. Kaya kailangan talaga pag-aralan ng specialized group yan that are dedicated. I think that it should be something that it should have been done a long time ago. Pero priority yan.
Ads naman! Let's go. Ads talaga.
I think they need to. It's not a matter of them wanting to, but they will have to cooperate. Diyan. Yes. Bukod pa yun. Kasama na yun sa task force. Yung lahat ng Villar involved.
Just for scale, no? Just focusing on the 421 ghost projects. Easily 15 can be accused per ghost project. So bilangin nyo ilan. Ganun karami.
Ombudsman, just to contribute on the understanding of the deluge of cases. Understandably, per district, you can imagine already 15 or to 20 people being charged, involved in the illegal process. And you can have possibly 100 projects. Okay, but here comes the important aspect of restitution of the kickbacks. We don't need to prosecute them 100 times for the 100 cases they were involved. Because yung maximum penalty mo naman reclusion perpetua, nandun na rin yun But the important aspect here is to get back the kickbacks, the stolen funds from the government. So that will be part of our effort. It cannot be compromised. Kailangan ibalik yung nakaw na pera, ibalik sa kaban ng bayan.
Yan, update kay Salty ko. Sige.
As Biko said, he may lose the chance to fight his case if he will lose by default. Kasi ang rules of court is also applies to people who are upset. You just have to leave it in their last known address.
Kaya nga.
Yes, pag nasa korte na.
Sa wakas.
Pag may warrant na.
Yun.
Yes, we read notice. Ngayon,
Mahuli din sa wakas.
blue notice lang. So we are able to locate him everywhere he is. I think he moves between Spain and Portugal. He just moves between the two countries, Spain and Portugal.
Yung mga tao.
all something. Sabi ko isa na naman Dileta, siya po ay nasa ibang bansa na rin
I think that Yusek Andres will be the one to handle that
Yeah,
later on.
we continue to get information on names that could possibly be complicit in the transactions. And we're locating them. We will send them subpoenas as necessary for them to participate and, give the information on their participation in this illegal activity. Pero gagawin natin yan kasi we need to validate it. Hindi naman pwedeng bawat pangalan na banggitin, automatic suspect na. We have to have some corroborative or supportive evidence para isabina na rin natin siya. And we're validating that first. But I think we will proceed to calling them to give their statements.
Marami-rami rin eh. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, text pa lang, pinavalidate na namin eh. Kasi nga, we find it, these texts are coming from people that I know. So, pinapavalidate ko kagad. And then we build up cases. Marami. And people are encouraged to inform us on what they know because we will not waste their time. We will do something about it.
Projects in that app.
Ads.
Wow. You really working your ass off, Daniel.
No links have been established between with Senator Villanueva. None yet. We are still validating and we're hoping that there are more people who will be whistleblowers and give us the right information. The life of these cases depend on whistleblowers because the money is cash. So kailangan ng whistleblower. Other than that, it's difficult to connect unjustly or without due process. You cannot connect without due process. You cannot say that you presume that this man is there.
Tama nga naman.
So we have been evaluating all of this. Everything is possible because this is a crime, no? And a criminal has many ways to commit a crime. But you have to understand the meaning of the word mastermind. He is a mastermind, he's a genius. So we're fighting against a syndicated genius of criminals. Thank you.
We'll accommodate one more question.
Okay, one more. Well, the investigation will be regardless of geographical area. Kahit saan pa nangyari yung krimen yan eh. We just have to be able to investigate it properly. And I think that the executive department has been moving and is equipped to deal with the flooding happening right now in the Visayas. And if you look at it, it's really this flood control. I don't know why it became a major program of the DPWH from 2016 then.
Because this was part of the flood control master plan for the 18 major river basins, no? Ang kinasasama ng loob ko, nandoon yung programang yan. If you look at the budget of DPWH just on flood control from 2016 to 2025, 1.7 trillion pesos.
Yun yung budget, pero tingnan nyo ngayon, bahang-baha tayo.
ang nailagay sa flood
Grabe.
control. Never mind the convergence and all other programs, just on flood control. And the flood control master plan for the 18 major rivers would have cost only 800 to 900 billion. Kalahati lang nun. Kung ginawa lang.
Nang tama. At ginawa talaga.
Ng tama.
See?
Ano,
Grabe.
last note na lang, no? Last note lang. Kasi, yung master plan is so important. Ang nangyari lang dito, nagkakainggitan siguro sa Kongreso. Gusto nila, pareho yung flood control nila, kahit bundok sila, tsaka yung flood control ng iba. Mali di ba? Doesn't make sense. Pero, that probably was the equal treatment that they wanted within the House of Congress. And Senate yan, hindi ko alam ba't napapasok sila dyan. Pero napapasok rin sila dyan, di ba? So, the criminal intent is there. Hihingi ka ba ng flood control kung buntok yung lugar mo?
Hindi naman kailangan. Yeah.
Pero nangyari, lahat parang unequal treatment.
Para mayroon lang.
Allocation.
Yes.
That's the mystery behind all this.
True.
And even the party list people were given an allocation. And they have nothing to do with
So ayun nga mga boss, aabangan natin ng mga Villar na imbestigahan. Okay? Si Gutesa, asan? Si Ko, malapit na. Pag nawala ang visa, huli! So marami pa tayong aabangan mga bossing. Huwag niyong kalimutan mag-like, share, subscribe. Ha? So eto lang. Sa susunod ulit na video, paalam, Bossing PJ. Bossing PJ out. Bye.